It is hard to find good people out here. It is hard. It's hard to find good relationships, man. Look, let me tell y'all this story. Look, this girl, she cheated on me and then she cried. She cheated on me and then she cried. So look, I meet this girl, right? And this was like around, I'll say 2020, the COVID time, stuff like that. And the lockdown it was like opening back up somewhat, right? And, of course, a lot of people on Facebook or whatnot. I mean, I was on Facebook. I was on Facebook. I ain't gonna cap. But I was on Facebook a lot, and a lot of people was posting, talking, and popping their shit. Just like me, same thing. Bored, really though. I mean, wasn't really doing too much other than making up status and stuff like that. Nice status, the way people get clicks, and but neither here or there. So I used to get a lot of traction on my Facebook account, right? I mean, a lot, as far as, likes and comments. And, I post a selfie, your boy getting a bunch of hearts and stuff from females and whatnot. But listen, y'all. So out of the many females that may have hit me up, hopped in my inbox, I chose one, right? I finally chose one, got outside, whatever you want to call it, right? Wasn't really getting out that much because you really couldn't. Like movies and stuff like that was pretty much still not open. It's non-existent. So, one thing we did do was, what you call it back then? I think we used to call it what was it called? Quarantine and chill. Quarantine and chill, man. So, I had a few of those or whatever, but neither here or there. But back to the story on how this girl cheated on me and cried. So I was the type person and still am, as far as like really just standing myself, and I ain't really looking too much for a relationship. Been there, done that. If the right one come around, the right one come around. If they don't, they don't. It is what it is. But so me and this girl talking, whatever. And this particular time, I actually went to her place first. Of course, a lot of ladies kind of scared to go places. They was kind of homebody and whatnot. Her kids was gone, and I was like, cool, I'll pop up. You know what I'm saying? I go over there, we chilling, whatever, and, learning each other, you know what I'm saying? Talking about our last relationship, how long we've been single and all that stuff, right? She let me know her situation and her current situation, what's going on. Now, one thing about me, y'all, is that I do not ask females about their last relationships. I do not care. Like, I don't care. It has nothing to do with me, nothing at all. But they always ask me, and I'll give the information I want to give. But anyways, one thing about me is that when you tell me something, I listen. I do listen. You know what I'm saying? It's just the type of person I am. I mean, I'm not going to have somebody sitting up here having a conversation with me and it's for no reason. It's for no reason. People do that to me a lot, y'all. People do that to me a lot. I know a lot of y'all can relate. Put a 1 in the chat if you can relate. But she told me her story and everything, told me everything, that's been going on and all that, right? Now, one thing I noticed about females is that they will always tell a story with a lie. A story with a lie, y'all. It's crazy. I mean, look, I go in off the back like, hey, be truthful, be honest, don't lie. If you lie, I'm out. Simple. I mean, I'm cut off king. Get them gone king. Hey, I can cut people off easily for sure. And I do it till this day, y'all. But, she shared a situation with me as far as like this guy who wasn't a baby daddy, wasn't an ex, anything, right? Let me know about, hey, yeah, this guy, he likes me and I don't like him. And he always hit me up on Facebook and he got my number because, I sold him, I think she was selling like some beard oil or something like that. And that's how I ended up meeting her pretty much, y'all, the beard oil. I'm sorry. I probably missed that whole part, but I met her because of the beard oil. But she ended up, saying that, oh yeah, he got my number this way. Let me know the situation and how she wasn't really feeling the dude, right? And it has nothing to do with me, y'all. Nothing to do with me.
We do not care.
I do not care. Why would I
We do not care.
Why would I care? It has nothing to do with me, man. I'm trying to quarantine and chill. That's all I'm trying to do, y'all. Quarantine and chill. But my thing is like, don't share a story with me that, for one, I already don't give a fuck about. And then for two, you lying off back for what? So the lie was that later on, we talking and stuff, and she wants to, be in a relationship or, be serious. And, mind y'all, it ain't even been a month, It ain't even been a month, man. It's crazy how I work when y'all think about it. It's crazy. And with it not only being a month, and I'm used to females doing stupid shit like that, I kind of played in. I played in just a little bit. But that's only because it's like, hey, I'm trying to chill. That's all I'm trying to say, y'all. I'm trying to chill. Look, don't judge. Judge free zone. Shut your bitch ass up and listen. But anyways, man, she ended up sharing a story with me about this guy who she didn't like and don't even talk to, right? Needless to say, she did do TikTok and she wanted me in her TikToks all the time, whatever, right? I was doing my YouTube thing, but it was like at the beginning stages and whatnot. So she wanted to do a lot of TikToks. Cool. I'm on the TikTok, right? Doing whatever she's trying to get me to do, whatever. I mean, I wasn't a TikTok person, wasn't really sure how to do it, but hey, we dancing, doing little things, whatever. And one day we doing the TikTok, and of course she got a phone. So granted, she got two phones, and the particular phone we was on was the one we was doing the TikTok on. And she showing me the TikTok, whatever, and everything. All of a sudden, the dude started calling. The dude did not only call, y'all. The dude FaceTime. I'm like, ain't that the dude you said that you didn't like? You don't mess with him. Why you FaceTiming you? That's crazy, man. You a grown woman, right? You a grown woman. You don't know how to tell an individual to leave you alone. Of course you do. Of course. Somebody's stupid. Just like I do, you do. We all do, for sure. But my thing is that, yeah. So I saw him calling, whatever, and I'm like, well, this bitch lying. This bitch lied. Like, yeah, why would you? Okay, I'm gonna call your bluff. So I told him, hey, I said, go to the call log or the FaceTime log. And not the call log, it was the FaceTime log. You got an iPhone, So on the iPhone, of course, it's a FaceTime log. I said, go to the FaceTime log. You're like, why would he be calling you on FaceTime? She goes to the FaceTime all confident. Tell me why she was on FaceTime with that boy for over an hour, y'all. Over an hour. Now, she had other calls with him, and they were split up 10, 30, stuff like that. But I'm like, something's not making sense. Hey, you told me about this individual. I would not even know who the nigga was if she didn't bring him up. So even if he called, I would have seen it and been like, I don't care. It is what it is. I mean, I had bitches calling too. I had them too. I was just saying, like, it wasn't no shame. But if you talking about, being serious, getting a relationship where, we trying to learn each other and be honest and commit, whatnot. Hey, okay, cool. I understand you got baggage. I understand dudes gonna be calling. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But don't tell me that you ain't talking to a dude, but you really talking to him. Like, that's crazy work, man. That is crazy. And when it comes to people like this, y'all, and I have came into instances where I've been in relationships or just talking to people, talking to girls where, I'm just getting to know them or figuring them out. And it's like a lot of people will tell you things and not think about it. And it's just roll off their tongue as far as like, you just gonna forget. Like, you're not supposed to remember that you told me this and this, this and that. But then when you confront them, it's always a different story. But I'm like, how I even got half of this story then if you never brought it up? It's not like I'm searching. I don't give up. I don't care who you talking to, girl. At this point, it's the principle. Like, don't be trying to be in a relationship with your boy if all you go do is cheat and lie at the beginning stage. It's crazy, y'all, because the thing is that she even had me meet her family, y'all. It's crazy. She had me meet her family. And I'm like, wait a minute, and you know how it is when, like, I'm not trying to meet your family. But what happened is, I guess she ended up having a cousin pass away in Chicago, and I had went with her, right? And basically I met her whole family when I went, y'all. Like her whole family. I'm like, dang, this girl must be serious about your boy, because why would you show me your whole family? But she also lied for no reason. It is crazy work, y'all. Needless to say, I wasted my time, man. And, in the midst of all this stuff, as y'all see the title, yes, she cried. She cried off something that she could have not done. Something that she could have, like, it was just no call for it, man. And I just want to say, man, any young dude who watching this and you with a girl and these hoes be lying. These hoes be lying. I mean, I get it. Everybody lie, man, but you cannot put your trust in people like that, And if you do, you have to really take it with a grain of salt, because I could have crashed out. I could have got mad. I could have act like that. Man, look, it ain't even worth it at the end of the day. But then I can sit back and I can think of, my nephew, my son, my cousin, like other men in general going through situations like that, and they crashing out, and all of a sudden, they wishing they ain't do something that they did, and it's like, it's a lot of people that have emotions that's involved in these relationships as well, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, later on, I end up hearing about a situation that happened with her nephew, and it was a sad situation. But at the same time, people do things like that to themselves because of things that people like you do, just to be real. Like I said, you be in this world with people and you think there's love and you think that there's people that has your back or whatnot. And then some people can't handle it when they see the truth, when they realize that it's only them and there's no one else. A lot of people can't handle it. You don't treat people that way. That's the thing. Why do I come into encounter with people that treat people that way? It's because we are of this world, man. We are of this world. People got to pray more. They got to keep God first, for sure. But I love y'all, man. Hope y'all like the story time. As always, God first, God did, God will continue to do it. And I'm going to holler at you next video.